So this is Lionheart66. Just got operated on. He got, unfortunately, it didn't hold out.
Got fucking wrecked. What's the rating on this call?
Yeah. Now, before we go into it, I just want to confirm, you joined the side of the war. You joined Artista in the war, Artista 90. Was he the one that reached out to you to? Well, what made you decide that you were going to join Noobs and fighting Avatar?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we ran it as a democracy. So I posted a forum and I was like, what does everyone think? We got Avatar to our north. They're kind of poaching some of our members without us knowing what's going on. That was like one side of the argument. Is they're just leaving and we don't know what the hell is happening. Whereas when people went to Noobs, they were kind of telling us like, hey, we're going to Noobs, and Noobs people were like, hey, we're taking these players. Is that cool? We're like, yeah. So okay. I think that kind of just moved the tide toward joining the side of the Noobs. Or Noobs, I guess, not the Noobs. You guys are Noobs.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So, okay, you joined the side of Noobs. Now, you asked for support. I know Klaus supported you. He got supported the day you uplanded. So good job to Klaus for doing that. He did very well. Lost a lot of troops. But Artista 90, how much did he support you with? It didn't seem to be that much.
So I don't want to, give out numbers and condemn anybody to death.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of players from the Noobs up in the north supported me, including Artista, obviously. And I mean, it was enough that, the bulk of my support came from Noobs. My whole tribe had, kind of pulled all their support back from their stuff to their villages because you guys were attacking us all, which well played. Well done. But yeah, it's mostly Noobs people.
Now, okay, so they did a fairly good job. They tried to help you out as much as they could. So we have to give Noobs their props there.
Oh yeah, sure.
Now, what do you think about the Noobs mass recruitment? What do you think? That came to a shock for a lot of people. They recruited Klaus. Avatar declared war on them. I was asleep at the time. Then I wake up and I look on my map and I'm just in a sea of red. I just can't even see the next blue person. So I'm nervous myself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's when I took Tide and Mayhem so we could all band together and survive. But
for sure.
So what do you think about the overall mass recruitment that was put together by Noobs?
Yeah, I don't know. From my perspective, and I might not have all the data. In fact, I have probably 15% of the actual what happened, but it just seems like a Serene battle at first that turned into two tribes at war. Kind of the old members of Serene. One left, the other ones get bitter. Like, hey, why you
Yeah.
betraying us? Kind of. It's like, oh well, I felt betrayed when I joined, and they didn't get to join with me, kind of thing. So you see both sides of the story, and it just seems like a Serene battle turned tribe battle.
Yeah. Now my side, obviously, back when Vets disbanded, Vets mass recruited all the Serene members, and then we got declared war on pretty much by the same two tribes. We got declared war on by Avatar, we got declared war on by WS, which now is broken up.
Oh yeah.
Now, we also had Squad that was attacking us. And then not shortly afterwards, leadership had quit. They disappeared. OD Lord was away for a while. I didn't know if he was coming back. And then EO, who was the Duke at the time, left me with Dukeship. And I was just like, I can't do that. Okay, I already messed up once trying to do backdoor deals. And now gladly put my hands up and say, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, once when the Vets members left, you made Arch out of the remaining Vets. Tell me how that came about.
Yeah, so I figured I'd reach out to all the Vets members, since I couldn't do a circular, I had to go one by one and ask all of them, And then the ones that were active, they messaged me back, and then that was what Arc or whatever it is became. And it was good. I think the players in there are really good. It's just too bad that we didn't have more of us. I think with, maybe 1.5 million points, if we would have got that many, we might have been enough to not have to choose a side at that point. We could have just remained, and we would have, I think. But yeah, I think too many people just saw the low points and got nervous because I totally get it, The more points in the tribe, the safer you feel, and the higher odds of winning, for sure. So
yeah, for sure. Numbers do count eventually. You've got 60 members. You've got 60 members that can support you when you need. You
Oh,
had
for sure, yeah.
how many? Who's the Duke of Arch now?
It should be Axe.
Axe. Okay,
It should be.
Axe is getting hit pretty hard now too. So
I haven't looked at the map. I've just seen the externals, but I'm sure shit's going down still. How is the rest of Arch? I don't even know how that's going.
Well, they're still there. We haven't really been attacking them anymore. We sent the rest of the nobles and nukes out, obviously, to clean up. Other than that, they're still there. They're still hanging in there, but I don't know how long for.
Good luck.
Hopefully, some of them will say, hey, some of them might join noobs, some of them may join Avatar, some of them may just quit, or they might just stick together as long as possible until they get eaten up indefinitely.
Sure.
Now, what do you think? I got a word from not Avatar, not Screw, Noobs. That their main core of Noobs players is still the main core of Noobs players. They're really just recruiting more as a meat shield. What do you have any advice for the new recruits that jumped ship to Noobs?
I watched that video you posted about the Arch meat shield. It was funny. I got a good laugh out of it. It was hilarious. But it really did feel more like an alliance than a nap. I mean, they really communicate with us really well, and we were always talking about stuff, whether it was in mails or forums. So we never felt like we were left high and dry, I guess.
Okay, well that's good. That's good that you left the world with faith in your allies still. Now,
for sure, yeah.
What do you think is going to happen? I want your personal opinion. What do you think is going to happen from here on out? Who do you think is going to start winning? What do you think is going to start happening?
Yeah, I wrote that epic little article for fun, but
yeah,
I think that's all a lot of true statements in there. I mean, I think there's a lot of squabbles. I don't know what you want to call them in the eastern part of the world, and there's not like a whole lot of power shifts. I mean, they're both Noobs and Avatar are growing at the same pace. It seems like, or maybe one's a little ahead at one point, but it's all just it's too slow though. I mean, I think Screw is just going much faster, and in order to keep the balance, all the good players will have to band together from the east and put up an actual fight.
Yeah, so, that would be the best bet. Now, as you know, Royal Lee is still down in the south, the most southern part of the world. They're being boxed in by Noobs right now, and with Noobs mass recruiting so many, what do you think the best option for Royal Lee is right now?
I don't know. I think if you look at I don't know if you guys look at those maps, those auto-updating maps, but I mean, Screw has got that whole western side just locked down. I think Noobs is obviously more spread out than maybe Avatar and Royal Lee, and maybe they're trying to mirror what Screw's doing. Maybe that's they figure that strategy's working over there, make it work over here. But I think, I don't know, the thinner the tribe, the slower the support gets. So I don't think Royal Lee should really be like nervous about getting killed per se, or like even. I don't know. I mean, are they boring right now? I don't even know the status of that.
Right now, I think they're just still allies, but I know tensions are rising. Obviously, Royal Lee doesn't like to be boxed in. I wouldn't like to be boxed in. I kind of like my situation in a way because, I do have a pretty good stack, but, I have all the room to grow. I cannot not grow. Like, if I, when I do finally make a move, I'll be growing somewhere.
For sure.
But Royal Lee, they're kind of like limited because I know they have an NAP with Screw right now, so they can't expand west. They can't expand north because Noobs is there, and they can't expand east because Noobs is there, and they can't expand south because they are south.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's going to be interesting.
Well, I think, isn't there that Nailed tribe right there too? I'm not sure who they are, but I think they can expand it to Nailed, I guess.
Nailed is like the remaining WS. I know a lot of them jumped into... some of them jumped into a new Screw tribe, I think.
That Screw period one or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then you got Screwed, which is that one-member tribe that Screw kicked out recently for not helping the tribe in the tribe's best interest, which I have my own opinion on that, but we'll get to that another time.
Yeah, sure.
Now, anything you want to add to people out there?
I don't know, like, my article also made it sound like it was a really dark thing, but I think also... Yeah, you get it balanced out. Like Vets, I think that's why everyone liked Vets so much, because it was like, it wasn't really the whole cloak and dagger type spying like stuff. And maybe we did a little bit of that, and I didn't know about it, but
We
really
had,
everyone was just chill and having fun and playing a game, you know.
yeah, I mean, vets. Most of the intel that vets had was from the tribal tribune. Obviously, I was keeping up with everybody, so I knew a lot of what was going on. Not exactly what was in the tribe, but I knew about the world affairs. So it was like a, kind of a, hey, this is going on here, so we don't have to worry about these people. We have an NAP with these people, and these people are warm with these people. Maybe we should say, hey, we should have an NAP with them, so
For sure.
they don't have to. So it did help a lot. It really did. But
oh yeah, I don't know. I don't want everyone to think that. I think everyone's a bunch of sneaks and spies.
There's
definitely a lot of good players on World 93, and good luck to all of them.
Yeah, sure. I mean that's the thing with keeping a close knit tribe. You keep a close knit tribe. Everyone trusts each other. They've been there since day one. I do miss vets. I do. I wish vets could have lasted a little longer. Maybe been a world power. We did get pretty high up there. I think we're like ranked number 6 by the time disbanded.
Oh yeah, we were worthy of the tribunal. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, we got a few in.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but definitely. And good luck on World 94. I heard Billy's in the number 1 tribe again.
I can't tell if he's the no mates or the no main, but I'm just going to attack them both and try to kill him.
There you go. It's going to be interesting what happens there. Hopefully he's not trash talking on the externals like he was in 93,
I'm sure he is. I'll have to go look for his, what is it, the Cornish, whatever?
Cornish mail, yeah. So keep an eye out for that one. And then don't forget World 100. That's going to be one big, huge thing. So I hope to see you there.
Oh yeah, man. For sure.
Hopefully we can fight alongside each other once again.
Right, instead of enemies. It was better when we were fighting on the team, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But no hard feelings, and good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck to you, man.
All right, I'll see you
later, dude.